What the f is up? Today, we're going to be playing Slay the Princess again. And this time we might actually get to slay the princess. Because we didn't get to do that last time. Because I was a dumbass. And made some very questionable decisions. But today, I think I've learned from my mistakes. And I think I'm ready to go into this. And we're gonna do some things to the princess that... You know what I mean. Yeah, we're gonna slay the princess today. It's gonna happen, okay? Let's get right to it. Okay, the fucking screen just flipped. I'm literally mad that I wasn't recording 5 seconds ago, but that's okay. Yeah, we're back into it. This bitch gonna die. This bitch gonna die. Yeah, so the first thing we're gonna do is probably what we should have done in the last episode, which was slay the fucking princess. So that's what we're gonna do first. Yeah, path in the woods, here to slay her. Yeah, we're just gonna slay her, no questions asked. Just, hey, you taught me to slay the fucking princess? Let's go. Silently continue to cabin. I also put the face cam in a different spot where it's hopefully not gonna block the subtitles. Oh, it is still blocking the subtitles. Okay, give me a second. Let me just...
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table.
There we go. The face cam might still be in a stupid spot, but we're figuring it out. Yep, we're gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Again, I feel like there's a million different ways you could kill a princess other than just having to stab him with a thing. But you know, what the fuck do I know? Let's go into the basement. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be skipping through a lot of the parts that I've already seen. So if you haven't watched part 1. Go back and watch part 1, because a lot of this I've already seen, and I'm just going to be skipping through.
Her voice carries up.
Who's there?
I'm here, motherfucker.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Not for long, because I got a blade. Let's go down the stairs.
Good. She's so coldly beautiful.
And then she's so pretty, oh my gosh.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. Steel your nerves, step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
My big brain and the blade that I have in my fist. That's gonna go right through your throat. Or face, or wherever. I don't know.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Nah, well, you know.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Well, I'm gonna risk it anyway, because...
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay, Mr. Narrator. Here we go. Boom!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Yeah, you did. You didn't see that coming, did you?
This is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh boy. Alright.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Oh, I'm gonna kill her one way or another.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. Is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she's... Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
Okay.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I don't like where this is going.
I really don't think you should do that.
I'm gonna listen to the
Why
narrator.
shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Alright. You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
So we're listening to the narrator this time. Last time I was basically doing everything I could to piss off the narrator, but now narrator says stabby stab, so I stabby stab.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yay!
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Interesting.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I don't like the way the narrator's talking to me. Oh, okay. Sure, let's... I don't know.
So
I don't
glad
even care.
you're keeping an open mind.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. Why is he talking with such, like, an intense, like... I'm so glad you're listening to my instructions. Like, I don't like this.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Okay.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
How do you know what I'm feeling?
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I mean... Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy.
Really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Well, the last time I listened to you, things went very, very poorly, so I don't know if I want to listen to you this time. We're happy, I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Okay, voice of the hero, I'll let you know.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Okay.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Ah, you sure about that, though? Yay! I did good stuff.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What the fuck does that mean? Wait, what? No, I did it, though. I did good, right?
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it.
Voice of the hero, I swear to God, you fuck this up for us again, I'm gonna be real pissed.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh, we gonna kill ourselves? Is that what we're gonna do?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Why don't we just take a little nap?
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Hey guys, did you know that killing yourself kills you? Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Insane.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Yeah, but like at least, I don't know. I mean, the cabin's pretty cozy. We got a nice table. We have a nice window view of the black abyss. I think I'd say we're pretty good off.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
So okay, so I have no choice at this point. It's like you're gonna kill yourself with the blade whether you like it or not. You better be right about
If
this.
we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Oh, I'm gonna be yelling.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Interesting.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you too, Mr. Narrator. Chapter 2. Alright. Interesting.
You're on a path in the
Yeah.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah, cool. So we're just gonna slay her again. No questions asked. Go to the cabin.
Before you go any further,
What's that?
she will lie. She will.
Oh, yeah, I
she
know.
won't be a problem.
What the fuck is that? Voice of the cold? Alrighty.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Alrighty.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Indeed it does.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all, Voice of the Cold. You ain't. I don't like anything about you. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Indeed. Let's go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Well then, let's do it.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yes, we will.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Alright.
Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yeah, she's just a body on the ground.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
I am sorry for everything I ever did in my life.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
You tell me, Mr. Narrator. I just did what you told me.
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Fuck.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah? And why is that?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Damn, I need my personal space. I'm not about... Can you just, like, take a couple steps back? Just, like, pretend we're back in COVID times and it's 6 feet. 6 feet, please. Thank you very much.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Okay.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Yeah, let's just do that. Fuck you.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Okay, well, maybe that wasn't the best idea in the world.
You're adorable when you're confused.
I don't like that.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
I didn't say you could get 2 feet from my face and caress my skin. Yeah, that made sense.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
I'm here because some motherfucker in my head told me I had to kill you. Slay the princess harder. What do you want from me?
I want you to make things right. I want you to set me free.
Okay. How would I do that?
This place won't let me leave, but you seem to come and go as you please. So help me out. Let me in. And maybe all of this can be water under the bridge.
Okay.
Remember, you owe me.
I don't know you shit.
Maybe we should have just left her here. Maybe we should still just leave her here. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything?
Well, we remember how that went last time. I'm gonna keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So I'm not gonna trust that.
Hasn't gotten out and can't get out are two very different things.
Very true. For once I agree with the
Die
narrator.
Anyway, it's more interesting if we make a choice.
Okay then.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
So then let's just kill her right
Would
here,
she
right
be
now.
able to see us if we went along with it? Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That's not in the subtitles.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Alright. What if I say no?
Try it. See what happens.
Alrighty.
Don't like how she said that. It sounds dangerous.
Nah, me neither.
Is anything dangerous if we can never really die?
I don't... What are you even saying? I'm so confused.
Look, you and the princess clearly have a history, and that history clearly involves death. But aside from some horrifying implications, I don't care what's already happened between the two of you.
I stabbed her in the
You
chest.
don't know that you can never really die. Maybe you could only come back once. And even then, there are fates that come close to death in their terror.
Good point.
What a strange thing to say. Isn't the turn of phrase, fate's worse than death?
Just shut the fuck up.
There are no fates worse than the finality of death. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
Now that is very debatable. Alright, the answer is no. I ain't letting you take over my body.
Of all the people you could have been, why did you have to be you?
I don't control who I am.
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs.
Okay.
Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad?
I don't know. Why do you feel so sad?
Better get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that.
What are you saying? I am so confused. What is... You are making my brain do things.
Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
Well, it's who you are right now, so deal with it.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
Lovely.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
Look, you can't blame this on me, okay? This is not my fault.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
We're fine. Stare at her. I'm just gonna say nothing.
Can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Alrighty.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Fuck you.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Damn.
Did we get her?
Hey, free heart transplant.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I don't like that wink.
As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Great. Fantastic. Chapter 3? Excuse you? Okay.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
I don't see what's funny about it.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
Oh?
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
The gaslighting is on point.
Well, we didn't have to start over.
That's a good point.
We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Damn. Voice of the Cold really just laying it all out there.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit.
Oh. It was bullshit.
So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
Alright.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so. Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Okay, Mr. Narrator.
Yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, he did promise.
I don't mean shit.
And you believed him? All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
I feel like Voice of the Cold is just me in this scenario. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But we're gonna do something. Maybe we'll slay the princess. Maybe we won't.
Now, wouldn't that be something? It would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing.
They are indeed.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
Interesting.
Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Alright. Oh, there's so many options. Let's go to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
I do.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free.
Well, I'm not sure that that's going to go so well.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Sounds like somebody's about to crack. Solid. Trying to use reverse psychology, I mean.
There's no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Valid.
Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Alright, let's go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
Interesting.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
What's that?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
You tell me, this is your story.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I suppose. Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway, and right now we can't see behind it. What's there?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Alright.
The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, that's what I'd do.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
Yeah, something ain't right about that.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Don't try to lecture me about how reality works. I know exactly how reality works. Let's push the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Lovely.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
That's a good point.
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Here we go.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
Interesting.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Ready?
Shit. Where is she?
I don't know.
You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. Then it, she, the princess, constricts. Bones snap.
Oh yeah, I felt that in my bones.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with a terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
Interesting.
Well, maybe a lot worse.
I mean, your teeth are looking pretty good. Your teeth are straighter than mine.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
See, but I don't give you consent to take my body, so you can't do that.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Do we even have a choice?
You always have a choice.
And what's my choice?
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I agree. Or even now I killed you, you killed me, water under the bridge, right? I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all this too. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me. You won't have to be evil, you don't have to do this. Can't I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here to free you. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
See you in a jiffy.
Mm-hmm.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
She's a contortionist. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Cute.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
I mean, this is your fault. I just did what you asked, and now here we are.
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
I just did what you told me to do!
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Well, that's pleasant. Whoa.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
What if I want to stay on the floor? What if I don't want to get up? Do you ever think of that?
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you?
Well, you know.
Anything to get out of this hellhole.
Yeah.
It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
Interesting point.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
Indeed we are.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Ah, the ever-expanding hallway trope. Gotta love it.
Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
Damn.
It really is, isn't it? Isn't saying all of this his job?
Oh, damn.
He really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
Voice of the Coldest is like so apathetic in this. He's like, yeah, he was getting really annoying. Yeah.
This is it then. The big moment.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it's a way out.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. As you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You're once again separated from everything that is nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
Yeah, us again.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting.
How interesting.
We actually won, didn't we?
Hmm. Hmm. Ah, Miss Handsy lady. Yeah. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah, I think we're
There's
good.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before. You always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Calm down, buddy. You'll be fine.
Do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort me.
Damn right I don't. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is all going to work out?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I'm still very ugly, but you've grown. Interesting. Find yourself in long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
Okay.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear. There's so many fucking options, Jesus! How many more vessels? I'm ready to go back, attack and destroy your body. I'm curious to see what happens if you attack, but I'm not sure. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
Okay.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought I was gonna get a solid, understandable answer out of that, but that's okay.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Alrighty. How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Okay.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Seems fair enough. You've been kinder to me than anyone I met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only
Interesting. I don't want to hurt you. The more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Okay. What do you want to bring me next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
It's a good point.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective eliminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Interesting. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay. I'll bring you some more perspective. Don't you worry.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Alrighty. Makes sense. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Damn. That's some really deep shit right there.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Valid. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. So if I try to do the same things I did before, it's not going to let me? Is that what I'm getting at? You know I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Interesting. So you don't have any preferences in how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Cool. Alright, I think I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. Yep. Alrighty, and we're back to square one.
Path in the
I
woods.
think... Shut your
You're
mouth.
here.
Shut up, I get it. I think for this one, let's just try, like, kissing up to the princess and see what happens. Let's just see. Let's just see. Because every path we've chosen so far, we've done, like, horrible things to her. We've either killed her or we've locked her up. So, maybe if we treat her nicely, maybe she'll like us. We'll see. So, I'm gonna say... I didn't try this one. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going down the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I mean, like... I feel like... Okay, whatever. Screw you two.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
You still haven't told me why she's locked up, so
And
I'm not
before
sure
you
what you're
decide
getting
to
at.
waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Alright.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Alright.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Alright, buddy. Whatever you say. Ah, forget it. I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
And why do I have to do it? But why do I have to do it? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay? Yeah, exactly. Like, this world doesn't seem like it's very forgiving, so, like, what the hell?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Yeah, tell that to every Marvel villain that has ever existed.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No, I'm not evil. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Sure thing, buddy. Tell me what my prize
It's
is.
a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Well, you see, last time, you just kind of threw us in the cabin and was like, "Alright, you're happy now." And that didn't go very well. I'll go to the cabin, talk to her, maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until
I
I've
guess
had a
we'll
chance.
just have to see what happens.
Let's just go to the basement. I'm not even gonna take the blade this time.
Her voice softly carries.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Interesting. I didn't grab the blade and now she's...
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you, lie. I think I'm here to slay you. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Sure, I got you. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
She don't like that. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Shut the fuck up.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Oh, I love that.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Let's do some more exploring. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Hey, okay.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Everyone does have a name, this is accurate.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm good. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Okay, well, I'm just curious.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Alright, fine,
Okay,
whatever.
but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
That's what I'm saying. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
That's a very calculated response, goddamn.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Oh! I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I want to see it for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Alrighty.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Valid.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Every time I've trusted you, bad things have happened, so I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Yeah, I got you. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you don't know that. I'm gonna check upstairs, maybe the key's lying around. If not, I can find something else.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Alright.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Well, you know.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Ah, shit.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Okay.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her determination of a trapped wolf.
I feel like there's better ways we could have done that, but I mean, whatever works, I guess.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
We could.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, well. Let's save the princess.
Fine.
Shut the fuck up.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Alrighty.
You cut into her flesh.
Lovely.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Damn.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Alright.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Alright.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
True.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Of course. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
What does that mean?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, come on. You're gonna force me to stab her?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Ah, that's some bullshit. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I don't know what's going on.
Lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Huh.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm resisting.
The blade. Move the blade.
Screw you.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, it's the narrator, isn't me?
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Alright.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What is going on?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah?
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Lovely.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your
She
fault.
doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Yeah.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Okay, well.
You're on a path in the woods,
Alright.
and at the end of that, you're here
Cool.
to slay.
Yep, get it. Actually, I don't think I've checked these dialogue options. Hasn't this already
It
happened?
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Why should I smitten?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Sounds good to
See
me.
about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I mean, wouldn't we all? Let's be
What
real.
can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I agree with that, actually. That's some legit shit right there. Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is
Oh,
the
wait, I think
second
I've already
time.
seen
If
this.
you're back here, I'm assuming you died.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
the one who did us in, villain.
True.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Whatever you
I
say.
beg to differ.
I also beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
You got a lot more faith in me than you should.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Good
If
question.
it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I guess we'll never know.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly sky. Wow, okay. The voice of the Smitten's really putting it on here.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
But what if Princess not bad? And therefore, no stop her, no save everyone. I'm with them, I'm gonna find a way to save her from
That's
that cabin.
right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
And what if I don't? Let's talk about this
Just be
princess.
quick about it.
Who locked her in that basement? What is
People
this place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
No, papa. The only reason she was able to kill me was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Hey, buddy.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Okay, buddy, you don't gotta be that down bad. Let's just calm down for a second.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah, we saw how that played out last time. Didn't go so well. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
I didn't know that either.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know.
Calling
bored.
us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Yeah, that little ego boost.
So believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Alrighty. You're being cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Doesn't sound so simple to me.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Alright, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Well then, let's go to the cabin. Yeah, I know, shall I cheat?
I already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, I think so too.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Oh my god, I just want to punch this dude in the face.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Thank you.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, buddy. Let's go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
Huh.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Cool.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But maybe I don't need it. Maybe I just don't want to. Let's just go to the basement. Let's not even take the blade. And let's not acknowledge the mirror either, because I don't
The door
think
to
that
the
means
basement
anything.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, it's me
Her
again.
voice.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh, buddy.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. I barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I think you're the manipulator in this situation.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Mm-hmm.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Whoever did the voicing for Voice of the Smitten, you did a good job.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, thank you.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Oh, she did.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, maybe I have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she killed us.
Mm-hmm.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
This is true.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Mm.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Yeah, that's okay. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Thanks for that. Sorry about what happened last time. Narrator sent me here to kill you. Took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Aw, that's so wholesome.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That's a good question.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Oh, snap. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We
Alrighty.
won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yeah, it's kind of
Didn't
weird.
care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Hmm.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Nah, I'm good. Let's rescue her.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh, snap.
You wouldn't.
Damn, bro, your voice just dropped like 3 octaves.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Cute.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
So stupid.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Ah, yes.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, there's a first for everything.
I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave, and I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I want you to tell me what you want. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, let's go.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say,
We
buddy.
have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Maybe if you weren't so vague about everything, this could end up differently.
Hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
We're
If I
doing
do
this
that last
again.
time, then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Mm-hmm.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Valid.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
I mean, true, but like, I don't know. She seems okay.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. If you're listening to this, you don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We could open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Blech.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
It seems like this ain't going too bad so far.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Nah, I'm okay. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Well, I hate you too, buddy. The feeling's very mutual, because you're a piece of shit.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
and then you step outside.
Hmm.
A happy ending at last.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. What should we do now?
I don't know.
Where did everything go?
Hmm.
Where did he go?
Hmm.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I mean, I get cold when I'm happy sometimes, but...
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Ah, boy. Here we go. No. Oh, Voice of the Smitten gonna be pissed. You don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
This is the end for you, but it's not
What
the
is
end
that
for me.
supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Let's go to the mirror. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I'm still very ugly. I've withered. Damn. Find yourself in the long quiet. Alright, Miss Grabby Hands Lady, what you got for me this time?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Am I supposed to understand what any of that meant?
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Very cool. Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Interesting.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts you. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Not particularly. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's wholesome.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Yeah, I would say so. Do you know what happens to the worlds we left behind?
Perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. That would be interesting. How many more vessels do I need?
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright. You still not care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
That's very, very noble of you. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Have you figured out what you want?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Didn't really answer my question, but sure, whatever you
I
say.
yearn for what
Alright, I think I've already listened to these three. I don't think they're gonna be any different. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Alright. Keep forgetting that that happens every time. Everything goes dark and you die, and just like that, bring the damsel to her. Very cool. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap that up here. This part seemed more successful than the last one. We kissed up to the princess, and things seemed to actually go pretty well, so screw you, Mr. Narrator, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, we saved her, she fell in love with us, and then we, slayed her, and then she took over our body, so that's great. I'm sure there's still more endings that I haven't gotten to yet, so I'll definitely probably do a part 3 of this and see what different kind of endings we can get. If maybe we can try to slay her and then save her, or maybe save her and then slay her, or I don't know. There's so many options, and I feel like no matter how much I play this game, I feel like I'm inevitably going to miss something. So we're just gonna try and get through as much as we can. But this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this. I love the art style. I love the dialogue. I love the story. And I just love all the themes it deals with. I think it's a really, really cool experience, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, we'll have to save the rest for part 3. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys another time. Peace out.